match number 32 of the Tata IPL 2024. It's between the Mumbai Indians and the Punjab Kings at the Mullanpur Stadium. We have seen a lot of runs getting floated in this ground, but both the teams, I should say, it's a mid-table clash. I have Orko with me. Orko, 2 points is in the grass for both the sides because they have lost the last game, and it's a very important game. Mumbai losing the game against the Chennai Super Kings. Similarly, Punjab losing the last home game. How important is 2 points for these two teams?
Well, it's very important. Firstly, Punjab playing at home, they would like to capitalize on this advantage, though they have a very tough team coming up. And Mumbai, in spite of being away, would look to win this game because they have lost a close one against a rival team. A lot of questions being raised on the captain and his batting and his captaincy ability and decisions as well. So he has a point to prove, and if they don't pull up their success in time, they may be headed towards a dangerous situation ahead.
Absolutely, and it was a big loss, not just a rival, because also it was at home. So there will be more concerns because you're losing at the Wankhede Stadium, chasing as well. That's a bigger concern, I must tell you, for the Mumbai Indians fans. And we are always hearing since the beginning of the season Hardik Pandya and his captaincy problems for the Mumbai Indians. So it's time we kickstart the proceedings with this game, which is the Mumbai Indians versus the Punjab Kings at the Mullanpur Stadium. Let's look into the head-to-head between both the sides. Starting with the head-to-head, it's 31 matches played between these two teams. 15 is to 16. Orko, very, very tie between these two teams. A little edge towards the Mumbai Indians, but as you said before, away from home at the Mullanpur Stadium, do you see Mumbai, the heavyweights, fancying themselves?
Certainly, because they have the stronger team on paper as well, and even in terms of form, they have players who have been doing well. I know the captain hasn't been amongst the runs or the wickets of late, but you know that he's a world-class player and he can get going anytime when it's required. So certainly, he'll back himself to bring those good performances as a player and as captain as well. But yes, Punjab do have the side that can give them good amount of jitters. They have a good record also, if you can see that they have won a lot of close games, especially in the UAE leg where they had a very few bunch of close super over going games. So it'll be an interesting game to watch.
Absolutely, and we might see a very close game once again at the Mullanpur Stadium because I must tell you, Orko, whenever the Punjab Kings has played the games this season so far, it has always gone down to the wire. So I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if Mumbai Indians for the Punjab today's game as well goes down to the wire. We have a game of fine margins in the last over to decide who is the winner. We'll see that. But let's straight away move on to the Mullanpur and its pitch report. Here is the Mullanpur pitch report, Orko. Three matches only have been played so far this season. Twice the team batting first have won the game. Once batting second, the team winning the toss have elected to bowl first, I would rather say, and eventually lost the games. Twice rather it was Punjab Kings themselves who won the toss and elected to chase, couldn't chase down a target. So what do you think? Still continuing with win the toss, bowl first?
I think they can fancy themselves trying to bat first as well because this pitch does tend to get slower, especially with the ground dimensions being quite big. I think it will help players who take the pace of the ball, bowl back of a length, and they can get a lot of wickets. You've seen Rabada being among the wickets. Harshal on his day can get a few wickets as well. Sam Curran's got a very nice bouncer. So certainly these are bowlers who can help Punjab a lot in this particular ground, given the dimensions and the fact that it slows down in the second half. So I don't think toss is a very big factor because I think both teams have an even chance of doing well in spite of the toss decision.
Absolutely. Toss might be a factor, but Orko says toss is not a factor. Any team winning batting first as well can fancy the chances, score 190 plus. You can defend as well because we saw in the last game, as I said, going to the narrow. So any teams can defend targets about 180 plus. We might see both the teams, Mumbai and Punjab, have good bowling attack. It's just you need to hold your nerves and defend the titles, defend games as well. We're done with the pitch report as well. It's time we move on to the key learnings both teams have learned from the last game. Starting with the Punjab Kings, they lost the last game against the Rajasthan Royals at the Mullanpur Stadium. Here are three key learnings which I noticed, which is the openers for the Punjab Kings not able to give a quick start in the power play. They did not have Shikhar Dhawan. It was Atharva Taide and Johnny Bairstow couldn't give them. Middle order batsmen collapsed once again. Not a single batsman got 40 plus. But that was a very bad sign, to be honest. 148 only they managed to score. And Harshal Patel, they got them for a big bucks, yet to deliver in the IPL so far.
Well, three wonderful points, and this perhaps sums up the entire season of Punjab. I know that they are coached by Trevor Bayliss, who believes in going attacking. He's a player who likes to play aggressive cricket, and he doesn't really care about matchups or comprehensive wins. He just wants to win on the board by going hard. But that being said, I think the balance of the team is not synonymous to the kind of tactics Bayliss holds. People say that Bayliss is that aggressive man at the helm, but Dhawan is not really the same. And if Dhawan is back in the game, then obviously it becomes more important for Bairstow to be among the runs. But sadly, he hasn't been so. And Taide, obviously, I don't see him play in the team just yet if Dhawan is back. And of course, at number three, Prabh Simran's been struggling very badly. He's not been able to give them those quick fire cameos as well, like he did previous season. And somewhere down the order, I feel Sam Curran is batting a bit too high, and I don't think he's perfectly that number four player. But it's okay. Maybe they will do well in the coming matches. I hope that they'll address that problem. And the middle order obviously needs to be addressed with Livingstone coming back in form of late. So hopefully that will do well. And Harshal Patel's a big concern. He's not been among the wickets. He's going for a lot of runs. Yes, Rabada's been among the wickets, but Harshal needs to get them crucial wickets in the middle overs.
Agreed, but here is one point I want to ask you. Your two match winners potentially taking closer to the encounters last two games, Shashank Singh and Ashutosh Sharma. Two good players in the middle order. You also have a Jitesh Sharma, you have Liam Livingston, four great finishers in the game. Do you see all four of them starting in the playing 11 and have somebody like either a Prab Simran Singh or a Atharva Taide as your impact player?
Well, absolutely. I think Atharva Taide gives them a lot of stability. He can even bat at the middle order. Of course, he's a top order player, but he can bat at three or four if required. And because they have a lot of attacking players, they need one anchor in the middle. And given the form Ashutosh and Shashank are holding, I don't think that one of them should be an impact player. I think both should be regularly starting.
Exactly.
So that will give them more depth in the batting because they have a lot of resources with the ball. They have three premium pacers like Arshdeep, and of course Rabada as well. But it's just that the spin, which is not doing well for them. Livingston's not a frontline spinner. Rahul Chahar's not getting much bowling. Harpreet Brar's not been among the wickets. And also that their batting depth has been questioned. So certainly, if your top order is not doing well and you have so much pressure on people like Ashutosh and Shashank to do well, it's not a good sign always.
100% agreed. But we will see what they do today as well. What is the playing 11? What is the combination? Will Shikhar Dhawan come back to the 11? But if you look in the fixtures, Mullanpur today hosts the Mumbai Indians and then once again the Gujarat Titans. Two back to back home games for Punjab Kings. They definitely should fancy themselves 4 points.
Absolutely, because at home you're expected to do well, you know the conditions well, and you have the team that can do well because they have those bowlers who can take pace of the ball, bowl back of a length, and in grounds like Mullanpur, they should fancy their chances. It's just that the batting needs to get to do the talking, and some form should be struck between Bairstow, Dhawan, and if possible, Prabh Simran as well. And if those things fall in place, obviously Punjab will look to get the 4 points out of these two games.
Absolutely agree. Thank you so much, Arko, for the Punjab Kings. It's time we move on to their opponents, which is the Mumbai Indians, and the key learnings from the previous game. The shocking one was Gopal not given any more overs apart from his first over because Shivam Dube came into the ploy. We see left-handed bowlers don't bowl to left-handed batsmen. That could be a thing. But last game also we saw Dhoni, or you can say Ruturaj Gaikwad used Ravindra Jadeja despite there were Ishan Kishan or Tilak Verma there in the crease. Shreyas Gopal should have bowled at least one over against Shivam Dube.
Yeah, I know people give a lot of importance to matchup these days. They have this set rules that a right arm off spinner should bowl only to a left hander and not to anyone else, or a leg break bowler shouldn't bowl to a left hander. I don't think that these matchups always make sense because certainly all these bowlers at some point of their life have bowled to left handers or right handers,
Exactly.
whatever be the case. So I think given the form Gopal was in, he's been doing well in the previous two games. He could have tried, maybe Dubey would have gone hard at him, and who knows, one mistimed delivery can give you a wicket also out of it. So it was certainly a big risk that Hardik took and ultimately ended up bowling the last over and received all the thrashing in the world, you can say, which obviously took the game away from them. And yes, as you rightly mentioned, the last point, they lost momentum once again, led by Hardik Pandya. And sadly, even Nabi, Shepherd, and Tim David could not persist for too long to play the supporting role to Rohit Sharma's big innings.
And just like continuing from what you said, Nabi, Shepherd, Hardik Pandya, they consuming deliveries and not giving enough strike to Rohit Sharma. That, that also costed them the momentum.
Absolutely. I read a stat where they said that between overs 12 to 18, Rohit hardly got to face 14 balls. And obviously, that's where he lost his momentum because he got those deliveries in bits and pieces in a lot of intervals in between, and the wickets were falling at one end. And obviously, no matter how big a player you are, it's not that easy to just go bang bang after a loss of a wicket. So that's obviously a sad part that happened because they should have chased that target because in Wankhede it certainly favors chasing, and CSK's bowling is not like a top notch bowling attack which can't be hit for
Exactly.
200 plus. So it's sad it didn't happen, but yes, I am pretty sure that given the champion side they are, they will address this sooner than later.
Absolutely, and 100% agreed. But when it comes to fixtures for the Mumbai Indians, they face Punjab Kings today, and then they go to face the heavyweights, the table toppers, the Rajasthan Royals at Jaipur. Two huge fixtures. If they can fancy themselves 2 points today, can they take the momentum and face somebody like a mighty Rajasthan Royals at Jaipur?
Well, certainly, because cricket is played on the field, and if you have such amount of heavyweights on paper, they certainly can come good and take the game away. As we saw just in a previous game between Rajasthan and KKR, it's the big weights that do the talking at the right time, like the way Butler did. So certainly, if the big weights in Mumbai do the talking at the right time, then why not? Rajasthan can also be comprehensively beaten. But I think they'll take one game at a time, and it's important to win this fixture at Mullanpur and then look at what they do in Jaipur.
Fair enough, and really well explained, Orko. Thank you so much for this one. We're done with the key learnings for Punjab and Mumbai. It's time we move on to the top three players to watch out for. Going to the top three players, here are the six players I've chosen, Orko. Three for the Punjab Kings, Simran Singh, Jitesh Sharma, and Kagiso Rabada. For the Mumbai Indians is Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Ajral Kodzi, which I think it's high time Jitesh performs with the bat. Similarly, a Simran Singh for the Punjab Kings, and even Sky and Gerald Kodzi. I don't think so. Gerald Kodzi is yet to make a mark in the Mumbai Indians team this season, but he's getting enough backing because of the pace, because of the game awareness, because of he has a little bit of batting in himself. Also, the amount of skill set he's providing in the team, it's giving a good balance. Have your say on these six players, please.
Rob Simran obviously needs to be among the runs. He's used as an enforcer at some point of time. I think that it's better off if he opens, but they use him at number three. So certainly he needs to play those important 30 or 15 ball cameos to get things started because Dhawan is not someone who will play that role for you. So Bairstow and Rob Simran have that role to play. And yes, certainly Jitesh is short of runs. People say that he's in contention for the T20 World Cup as well. And with a lot of keeper batsmen of India, making a statement. If he really thinks that he has a chance, he has to be among the runs. Rabada is a player to watch out for because he has a good record against Mumbai, and in Mullanpur he's been doing well. He's been picking like 2-3 wickets per game. So certainly Rabada will be a player who Mumbai will be careful of. Kishan again is doing very well in the recent times. He's been giving that blitz of starts with Rohit Sharma. Sky, we all know, is a talismanic player. You don't always see games like the one he had versus CSK to happen every time. And Coetzee, I think, looking at the kind of ground dimensions, the pitch slowness, and the fact that he's a back of a length favoring bowler, he's someone who can do well in these conditions as well. So yes, very nicely put. I think these are the six players you should watch out for.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Orko. But you just mentioned a little bit of Jitesh Sharma in the T20 World Cup. If you have these two players, which one are you going towards? Ishan Kishan or Jitesh Sharma, if you have to pick one?
Well, obviously, I would go towards Ishan Kishan, but the fact that we have a lot of openers, and also because Kishan's out of contract, we never know whether he's in the scheme of things. Maybe India will look for a middle order finisher, and maybe they're eyeing people like Pant or Samson, or maybe who knows, if they look at veteranship, then they may look at KL Rahul as well. But Jitesh
One more
obviously
name.
has a
One more name.
long
Is
way,
it
and Jurel
Dinesh
also, of
Karthik?
course. Yeah, Dinesh Karthik, of course. I would have to mention that name because he has been doing enough to get that place again this time. We all know that what happens to him in a World Cup year. So yes, Dinesh Karthik and Jitesh Sharma are the kind of players I think India are looking for more than top order wicketkeeper batsmen. So if Jitesh really needs to prove a point, he has to do well in the coming game.
Absolutely fair enough. Thank you so much for that, Orko. It's time we move on to the top three battles in this game. Here are three battles I have chosen. A Kagiso Rabada versus Rohit Sharma will be a treat to watch, I must tell you. I've added a Gerald Coetzee versus Liam Livingston, pace versus hard hitting, and a Jasprit Bumrah versus Shashank Singh. Three battles I have added. Any more battles you want to add out here? Or if not, which one are you definitely watching out for?
Well, certainly I'll watch out for the first battle because that's the one that starts off in the power play. If Rabada comes in early, obviously he starts the proceedings with Arshdeep. So he against Rohit Sharma has got a good record, but we all know Rohit goes bang bang and he can tee off anytime. So certainly that will be a battle to watch out for. Two world class players in display. And in the middle overs, of course, Livingston versus Coetzee because Coetzee is a bowler who asks to be hit but ultimately gets the wickets, and Livingston is a player who wants to hit. So that battle between asking to be hit and wanting to hit is obviously going to be a very interesting one to watch. Shashank has been a revelation and so has been Ashutosh, but we all know that in the death overs there's someone called Bumrah, and to go after him the way they have done in the previous two games wouldn't be that easy. So that will be another very mouth-watering clash to watch out for. But I think personally I will rate the Rohit Rabada clash to be the top.
Rohit Rabada catch, definitely a treat to watch. But you have explained all the three battles perfectly. Jasprit Bumrah, how lucky are we to have somebody like him in the T20 format? He is definitely the first. After Rohit Sharma, the second player on the team list that will definitely go to USA for sure. We are done with the battles as well. It's time to move on to the predicted playing 11. Starting with the home side, the Punjab Kings. Shikhar Dhawan, if he's back, definitely back at the 11. Johnny Bairstow, Prop Simran Singh, Sam Curran, Liam Livingston, Jitesh Sharma, Shashank Singh, Harpreet Brar, Kagiso Rabada, Harshal Patel, and Arshdeep Singh is my 11 with Ashutosh Sharma as the impact player. Can you potentially see and Prop Simran Singh getting the opening slot, Johnny Bairstow slot getting opened up, and then you have an Ashutosh Sharma in the 11?
Certainly, I think this is the kind of 11 even I would have gone to. And if they want to add a bit more responsibility on Jitesh Sharma, maybe he could be promoted up the order. They can try him at 4 or 5 somewhere, give the finisher's role to someone like Livingston or even Sam Curran, who are better hitters of the ball. Jitesh is short of runs. If you give him responsibility, you may well bring the best out of him, like we have seen with Rian Parag. So I think that we can try Jitesh at 4. Rob Simran obviously has to address his role. I don't really see him that good at number 3. He can maybe try at opening, but again, you can't really play Dhawan and Johnny Best to lower down either. So I think he has to do well in the position that has been slotted. But they can think of giving added responsibility to someone like Jitesh a bit at number 4 or 5.
Okay, fair enough. Good shouts, and thank you so much for the 11 as well for the Punjab Kings. Very balanced side, I must say. Going to their opponents, the Mumbai Indians, unchanged team. I think everything is going well, but I have dropped somebody like a Mohammad Nabi out here because I think that too many spinners won't be that effective at the Mullanpur Stadium. Or do you still want to have Mohammad Nabi's experience in that middle order?
Well, because I don't think there are too many left-handers in Punjab either. I think it's just Dhawan and Sam Curran. So
Yeah,
I don't think Nabi really fits into this team a lot. It's not a very guaranteed compulsion which they need. And maybe somewhere, I don't know whether he's available or not. They need to slot in Thushara somewhere because that
yeah.
guy will give them a bit more stability in the depth with Bumrah. And we have already seen what happens if you don't have another bowler with Bumrah in the depth because Hardik went hammer and tongs in the previous game in the 20th over. So I think they need to find a way to get in Thushara, or as you said, Brevis is obviously a very wonderful option to have. He can bat anywhere. He's a slogger, and I think the rest of the team is very balanced, and it will stay the same as shown.
Absolutely. Okay, fair enough. With the predicted playing 11 as well. Orko says will stay the same as it is shown in the screen as well. We're done with the predicted playing 11. It's time we move on to the predictions time now. Match number 32, Orko, Mullanpur Stadium, Punjab versus Mumbai Indians. 2 points is a must for both the sides. Where is the pendulum heading towards?
Very tough call, honestly. I mean, people may say it's Mumbai, but because Punjab's playing at home and they've been doing very well, they gave a good contest to Rajasthan in a very meager target almost being defended, I should say, which was around 147. So they certainly have the resources to do well. And we never know, it may be a close contest once again, as has been the history between these two sides. But yes, on paper, you may just feel that Mumbai have a better chance over Punjab. But yeah, again, we cannot write off the home advantage that Punjab has either. But I think Mumbai have the better chance.
Okay, he says Mumbai has a better chance. Probably the way he said it's a 51-49 just towards the Mumbai Indians. But yes, it's a tough fixture. Punjab at home at the Mullanpur, they have enough fans as well, enough backing. They can come out hard. They have nothing to lose. They need the 2 points as well. So it is going to be a cracking of a contest, ladies and gentlemen, today at the Mullanpur Stadium. 7 p.m. we have the toss. Sit back and enjoy this game. Mumbai versus the Punjab Kings. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Orko, as well. And thank you to all the viewers who have watched this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire and press the bell icon. Till then, sit back and enjoy the match. Thank you so much, and bye bye.